You are hanging out with friends, sitting at a dinner party, or sharing an experience with colleagues, and you start telling a story about something funny or crazy that happened to you. You have a great story in your mind, but as soon as you start speaking English, it comes out like a boring grocery list. I went to the airport, the flight was delayed, I lost my bag, then I went to the hotel. You see people losing interest, checking their phones or smiling politely, while the humor, suspense, and excitement of your story completely evaporate in translation. It leaves you feeling as though your English conversation skills are flat, preventing you from truly connecting with people on a human level.
Storytelling anxiety is incredibly common among intermediate English learners. The mistake isn't your vocabulary. It is trying to translate events sequentially instead of structuring your narrative with narrative hooks, contrast, and emotion. Native speakers don't just state facts. They build a clear setting, introduce a turning point, and share the lesson or punchline. Today, we are breaking down 3 simple narrative frameworks so you can share your real-life anecdotes with confidence, humor, and natural charm.
Exactly. Why do our stories sound so flat when we switch from our native language to English? Because when we focus too hard on grammar accuracy, our brain forgets to use natural transition markers, emotional descriptions, and dynamic pacing. That is such an important insight. In social situations, people don't remember perfect grammar. They remember how your story made them feel. Saying, "I had a bad travel day," is forgettable. But saying, "out of nowhere, everything that could go wrong on that trip actually did," immediately grabs everyone's attention. Using narrative hooks allows your listeners to visualize the moment and step directly into your shoes. Without these storytelling tools, even the most thrilling adventure sounds like a dull daily report.
Cognitive research in communication shows that structured storytelling increases listener engagement and empathy by over 70% compared to simple factual statements. Using time anchors like "picture this," "all of a sudden," or "to make matters worse" creates anticipation and keeps people hanging on your every word. Expanding your storytelling repertoire transforms everyday conversations into memorable bonding moments. You move from just answering questions to naturally commanding the attention of the entire group.
What are the 3 core storytelling frameworks that we are mastering in today's episode?
Framework 1 is the travel and adventure narrative. Framework 2 is the workplace blunder and recovery story. And Framework 3 is the personal triumph arc.
Let us jump straight into framework number 1, the travel and adventure narrative. Use this structure when sharing vacation anecdotes, unexpected delays, or funny cultural misunderstandings. Always set the scene before introducing the chaos. Use anchor phrases like Picture this. Long story short, or out of the blue. For example, picture this. It was midnight in Paris, raining heavily, and my phone battery just died at 0%.
That instantly paints a picture and creates suspense. Now, let us explore framework number 2, the workplace blunder and recovery story. Use this when sharing a funny work mistake, a tight deadline crisis, or a lesson learned with colleagues. Master transition phrases like "to make matters worse." "Looking back now, I realize," or "against all odds."
Those phrases build incredible tension. What about framework number 3? Framework number 3 covers the personal triumph arc, sharing how you overcame a difficult personal challenge.
Yes! This framework is perfect for job interviews, speeches, or deep conversations with friends. Structure your story in 3 distinct stages: the normal situation, the turning point, and the final takeaway. You can say, "At first, I was terrified of public speaking, but the turning point came when I had to present to 50 clients. In the end, it taught me that action cures fear." Notice how ending with a reflection gives the story real emotional depth.
A clear takeaway turns a simple story into a powerful piece of wisdom. Now, here is our golden rule for storytelling: the show don't tell formula. Instead of telling people, "I was scared," describe the physical or emotional reaction. "My hands were shaking and my heart was pounding." Describing the reaction brings the scene to life far better than basic emotion adjectives.
That creates an instant movie in the listener's mind. How do these frameworks sound in real conversations?
Let us listen to 3 complete roleplay demonstrations: a casual travel story, a humorous work anecdote, and a personal lesson learned.
Roleplay demonstration number 1. Telling a friend about a travel mishap at the airport.
Basic, boring version. I lost my passport at the airport. I searched my bag. I found it in my jacket. I almost missed the plane. Upgraded, engaging version. Picture this. I was standing at the boarding gate, and out of nowhere, I realized my passport was missing. Long story short, after 10 frantic minutes of searching, I found it tucked in my jacket pocket just as they were closing the doors. The upgraded version builds genuine suspense and keeps the listener engaged.
Now let us examine roleplay demonstration number 2. Sharing a workplace blunder during a workplace lunch.
Basic version. I sent the wrong email to the client last year. My boss was mad. I fixed it quickly. Upgraded, engaging version. Early in my career, I accidentally hit reply all on a client email. To make matters worse, it contained internal notes. Looking back, it was a terrifying moment, but it taught me to double check every single communication. Notice how Ethan turns an embarrassing mistake into a relatable, valuable lesson.
Finally, roleplay demonstration number 3. Sharing a personal triumph story during a social gathering.
Basic version. I ran a marathon last year. It was hard. I finished it and felt happy. Upgraded engaging version. At kilometer 30, my legs were burning and I honestly wanted to quit. But the turning point was seeing my family cheering at the finish line. Crossing that line proved to me that mental strength matters more than physical comfort. What a dramatic difference! Adding structure and emotional hooks transforms simple facts into a captivating story.
Now, how do you build spontaneous storytelling skills in English without freezing up? You need simple daily drills to practice structuring narrative arcs. Exercise number 1 is the 60-second anecdote drill. Pick one small thing that happened to you today. Set a timer for 1 minute and record yourself telling the story using picture this, out of nowhere, and in the end.
That trains your brain to organize memories into narrative structures instantly. Exercise number 2 is the transition phrase swap. Whenever you catch yourself saying and then, pause and swap it for dynamic connectors like suddenly, to my surprise, or as a result. This single habit eliminates robotic speech patterns permanently. Practice these micro drills regularly, and telling captivating stories in English will feel completely natural.
To help you master these storytelling frameworks and practice narrative transition markers, we created a complete study guide for this episode. You can download your free practice guide using the link located in the video description and pinned comment below. It includes narrative connector cheat sheets, story arc templates, and interactive practice prompts. Reviewing the guide for 10 minutes a day will give you total confidence when sharing your experiences in English.
Your personal experiences are unique and valuable. Tell them with the flair and energy they deserve. Thank you so much for watching, listening, and practicing your fluency with us today. Keep upgrading your vocabulary, practice your story arcs, and keep sharing your voice with the world. Have a wonderful day ahead, and we look forward to seeing you in our next conversation.
Hook your listeners, share your truth with energy, and never let language hide a great story. Take great care, everyone, and goodbye until next time.